Like, if you're offering me an opportunity with this string attached, and instead of being like, oh no, maybe I'm not talented and maybe he just wants to sleep with me, I'm like, I'm very talented, this person is an asshole, and like, your opinion shouldn't matter to me.
Socorro Stephens Wallace, and I'm the site supervisor for a school district. I think with society the way it is now, it plays a major part as far as in a business sense that women don't get paid equally what they're worth. Doing the work and everything I put in, it's a more female-dominated, education is a more female-dominated job, so occupation. So I think that the way I was raised, I've never really allowed my gender, my race to be an obstacle.
As a person, like, I'm pretty assertive, I'm direct, you know, just as a man is. Like, that if we're rehearsing and I'm like, you need to play this like this, or that didn't really sound that great, change this, or whatever, I'm not being unkind or rude, it's just how I know they would speak to each other, and it's just how I communicate. And there are some men I've worked with in the past who, if I say something like that, it's, you know, like completely out of line, or like we're being a bitch, or we're being bossy, or we're being arrogant, and it's like I'm literally communicating to you how I just witnessed you communicate to that guy over there.
I think some of the things that we can do in our daily lives to really address these issues for folks of all genders is to really listen to each other, to really sit and try to understand where everybody's coming from. We live in a very polarized world right now. And speaking as somebody who has been the like classic angry feminist, and been like, you're and I don't want to talk to you and you're being so dumb. I have learned that that does not further the movement.
For me, it's about education, and, you know, I think that, I don't know, I just think that there's a lot of like unhealthy things that are drilled into young boys about women that are just really unfortunate. And I just think knowing from a young age, like, how to be respectful, how to just treat someone like a human being, and how to, you know, see someone as equal and not less than or different than or weaker than, like, I think is really important.
If I could change something, it would be how people have such a lack of respect for one another, how, you know, color and gender come into play so very often, and that would be something I would really like to change.
Struggle, and don't struggle alone, but like struggle, and I mean struggle in the sense of like fight for things that you need to fight for, but always fight with other people, because there's only so much I think that you can do in isolation. And then in isolation, the question comes up of like, well, who are you going to be accountable to if you're not in community? And I think accountability is important for anything that's worthwhile pursuing.